It's Sunday. There's already one watcher. I must be doing something right. Let me tell you what that means. Now, you guys have heard me talk about Bad Chad in the chat here, and I go over and I watch him, and I post to him or whatever, and everybody knows that I'm the Bob Ross of sanding. Well, I just saw an interview with Bad Chad where he's the Bob Ross of sanding. I find that very coincidental. And, he's got more fame than I got and all that. But it's good to know that he's paying attention to what I'm saying. So, so they got me again. And of course, I got no credit for it, but that's okay. Today, today I'm going to start fixing the buggers. Let's see, we need to get out of that so I can see what's going on here with comments. And we'll start the process of getting this thing to look like something. This one here is the one that bothers me the worst. I don't know what I was thinking. Whatever I was thinking, it wasn't right. Hey, Rico. Yeah, he don't sound like I do, but he was doing an interview. I can give you the link, and it's a new interview, so I know it's after I told him about, because I'm pretty proud of my sanding ability, and that kid ain't got it. Not as far as I'm concerned. But he does build cars, and I build crappy little airplanes. So cars is going to take precedent over toy airplanes any day of the week. And I encourage you to go over there and look at his channel. It's interesting, he's doing the same shit I do, weld, fabricate. It's what I do during the day, and then I build these at night. Or on the weekend, all weekend long. This airplane's just over 100 days old. And he's been working on his stuff for months, and I don't see any progress at all. Whatever. So I've got to get this thing sorted out where all the spots are got. And we'll do the flap here next, I guess. Oh well, story of my life. You know, I give you guys, one of the guys, I can't remember who it was, just sent me a message about the prop making. You know, they always wanted to make their own props. Well, my thing is, there are no secrets. And anybody that thinks there's secrets is living in a dream world. The secret to building a super nice airplane is elbow grease. Sandemonium. Let's see here. We want to do this. So today's another boring day. I might go over to John's and see if I can't get that mold broke loose so I can bake it in the oven and start making props. I'm excited about getting me a 4-blade prop. Yep, got a spot there. Well, as long as my subscribers know who's the Bob Ross is standing, it ain't bad Chad. I can tell you that right now. What he does is good. I mean, not my style, but there's a guy who chops cars on YouTube who's a Mexican. That his craftsmanship is about 200 times better than that guy's. He TIG welds the body together, and oh man, they're nice. Then you got Titans of Machine, Titans of CNC. Look that up. He's an ex-convict that turned his life around and became a CNC guy. Super machinist. You hear that? Guess what? We got a sand in there. I'm not gonna do that now though. I want to get the putty on here so it's starting to dry. Yeah, I saw a spot over here. Where did it go? Right there. Remember, a finish is never finished. It's only abandoned. That's Randy Powell's saying. I guess he got mad at us and he's left stud hanger. But whatever. I'm not going to play with these guys anymore. Remember, this green stuff's very heavy, so spots only. No big troweling on of the material. I got to work on this yet. Damn. Oh, there's a spot there too. Yeah. That kind of aggravates me in a way. Stole my line, and he's more famous than I am. Shit. He's a Canadian. He probably don't even know. He's not old enough to know who Bob Ross is, really. We need to get this off of there. Nothing against Canadians, but we'll get to see the knuckleheads again at Brodax. Good old Len. Wonder if he'll have his 80-ounce, whatever the heck that thing was. Had a Rojet 76 in it, so plenty of power. Okay. What do we want to tackle next? I guess the nose, maybe. What is this? That needs to get... There's just no way I'm going to get that out of there. Well, we'll have to hide that. Okay. Five watchers. That's pretty good there. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, we want to use some 600. I will tell you this, for the up and coming sanders, you know, Chad will say he uses 36 and 80 grit and then primes. Well, that's all well and good when you can put 5 gallon of paint on something. He's doing it on a car. But we don't have the luxury of using 5 gallons of paint. I get a quart. So you have to learn how to paint without paint, and it comes from the sandpaper. The 3680 adage is not going to work. You're going to have to learn how to 36 to shape, 80 to take the grit out, to take the scratches out, and finish shaping with 220, 320. And then when you get to the final stages like this, it's 600,000, 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. And that'll get you a shiny paint job without a lot of paint. You know, how much does it take to polish a turd? Well, it depends. How shiny of a turd do you want? I'm going to throw some of this stuff out of here. Like I say, Wendy had a real good drawing of what makes a shiny paint, and Wendy's a painter. I mean, he doesn't use a gallon or whatever, but his airplane turned out really nice. He uses twice the paint I use, maybe 3 times. And it would be nice to use that much paint, but I just can't handle the weight. Should start picking up some shine here shortly. Next weekend when it gets its gray silver on it, it'll pop. Now, if you were here to see this turned flat. That's the way it should be to paint. It looks like plastic. Oh, we got somebody said something. Let's see here. My painting and finishing has improved from following you and YouTube videos. Well, that's what I'm here for. Man, I wish I could hold on to this block. It's only wood. John said I should leave the paint on it here, but we're going to sand it out until it's baby ass smooth. Smooth as a baby's butt. Let's see here. We got spots here. It ain't quite dry. Well, shoot. What are we going to do here? You know, some of these things you just can't get them all, but you try to get as most of them. I don't know. I don't know whether I did. Go back and look at my Monado finish on the on my channel. MINADO. That's the one for gold leaf with dummies. That's the type of finish I'm going to put on this one. I sanded the crap out of that. Sanded the crap out of that. Come on, get off of there. Got no fingernails. There we go. Cut them off as to not gouge the wood. If you want to see some nicely built airplanes, you got to go to the Nationals. The best in the country show up there, and the finishes are super nice. The guys are nice for the most part. Since I started this channel in 2014, I can see the airplanes getting better and better at the field. So that's a good thing. Yeah, we're almost there. I mean, it's just about ready to paint. It'll take about 2 ounces of paint to paint this airplane. Maybe 3. It's already gray, so we don't have to do much covering. And the paint that's on this is tinted clear. It's not gray. You just think it's gray. Right back in St. Louis, this baby be in the air already. If you're new to the channel, please consider becoming a member. That's a little member button down next to the subscribe. It helps me with some, we're not making a killing on this, but it helps me with some material and to bring you this content. I can tell you I ain't getting rich doing this. Perfect. But from an idea at the Nats to an airplane before the end of the year, not too bad. Not too bad. Should I not like this airplane, I may have to sell it. Big mama. Hey, Rico, thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. Let me put our newest member up there. I encourage you guys to do the same. It's I don't know, $4.95 a month, or ain't gonna kill you. That's great. I appreciate it, Rico. I hope to help you some more. As long as I can continue to do this, as long as the country keeps going. But who knows what's going to happen. We're going to get the canopy, the cockpit and the canopy done today. I'm going to do this sanding first because I love sanding. Unlike some. At least Dan Winship will know that I'm not kidding about the bad Chad stealing my line about him being the Bob Ross of sanding. Not even close. Not even close. Oh, lost my canopy ejected. You tape it on there. Tape it on so it don't go anywhere. I think I even got I do. Gary Sinclair made me a no, this is a different one. Gary Sinclair made this for me. And he also made me one that says the Bob Ross of sanding. A gift from the fellow modeler Gary Sinclair. But there's my Tucker special I did last year, a couple years ago or whatever. That's that classic airplane. I gotta hang this up. Been meaning around to drive a nail in the wall. Still ain't done it. But I got a picture that says Bob Ross is sanding on it from somewhere. So I'm not kidding. And that's an old picture. Well, not old, but within a year. And Chad just came out with that, I don't know, a day or two ago. My biggest accomplishment, the squadron colors for VF-211 and the bicentennial F-14 in 1976. At least I've never heard anybody take credit for doing that, because you're never going to get credit from the military. You know, it's not documented anywhere, but I know who did what because I got to leave. That's nice and flat. Nice and flat. We got 5 guys watching. I find it hard to believe that guys can stand there and watch me sand for hours and hours and hours. But it's powdering off, so it's sanding good. What I'm doing here is I'm stepping back and I'm getting the light to bounce off the material. You can see any of the lows and the highs, and you want it to all look flat so that there's no shiny spots on it anywhere. Gonna have to get some primer on the leading edge of this. Got this white from CA on it. I'll use some DC. Wish I could paint in here. Let's see what we got here. Frank Butler. That pilot comes from Aces of Iron. The price is ridiculous, but if you want a super cool pilot, that's the trip ticket. Let's work on that a little bit, because now that you mentioned it, let me see if I can find them toothpicks I stole from lunch Friday. We'll get them goggles finished up. Come on, out of there. Okay. What I'm going to do here, let me change camera angles. Is it? This pilot looks okay, and I've done the goggles okay, but they don't look realistic because there's no shine. So I'm going to put some epoxy in the goggles. We'll do the lenses up. I mean, you know, we're all old guys, and I did. I've got them. And this kind of detail is pretty. It's ridiculous to go through all this nonsense for toy airplanes, but I can't help myself. I can't help myself. So, little 5-minute epoxy. I got the toothpick ready. This is 180. We'll do it on the back of this sandpaper here. We're going to throw it out. So got the pilot over there. A little drop going here. Don't take much. Just enough. Enough for half a penny. Okay, mixing the epoxy now. It'll make them goggles pop. Might have to do them one at a time. Might have to do them one at a time. So I don't get it running down the pilot's face. Yep, I think we'll do that. We'll do them one at a time. Yep. I can't turn them or else it'll run. Maybe I can get the other one. I don't know. I'll try it. Sorry for the silence, but I got to pay attention to what I'm doing here. This pilot is pretty damn pricey, and you don't want to screw them up. Let's see here. Damn. I think these pilots are 3D printed. Come on, kick off. Yep, I think they're 3D printed. quit running. Yeah, it's thickening up now. That's good. That's a good thing. I'll set him down here. Get my hands wiped off. So I'm not contaminating the rest of the airplane with this shit. Some sodas and some food. I guess I'm waiting for the Suds and Duds people to call back before I go shopping. Of course, they probably don't get up till 9 o'clock. Anyway, that's what we got. So now he's got glass in his goggles. I did a pretty fair job painting him. I guess, I could go in and with some silver and hit the buckles, but I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine. You can see him, you're too close anyway. Got to do a backrest on the seat on the bulletproof. Keep adding it on. 80 ounces. Okay, let's sand some more off. Thank you, Frank. Frank, are you the one that's doing the Top Flight P-40? I think that's an RC airplane, isn't it? Yeah, I'm watching. People are not interested in control lines because it's not RC, because it's not cool. Well, you build an airplane like this, in RC, you'll have something. Now that's a scale model, isn't it? It's not an acrobatic model. The parameters of it just look out of whack for aerobatic, but it'll fly more like a scale airplane. Yeah, go over and check out Frank's Model Aviation. He's building a kit. It's not scratch like this, but kit, scratch built, whatever. At least somebody's building something. Yep, instead of buying ARFs. The big barf. Don't monocoat it. I was talking, like, I don't know if you paid attention to this, but when I was at the Nationals, walked over to RC and was talking to the guys from Top Flight, and I said, hey, will you guys teach me how to monocoat? He said, well, what do you want to monocoat for? I said, well, it's lighter, isn't it? And he said, well, how much is your finish weigh? I said, 6 ounces. He said, nope, keep doing dope. This finish on this one probably going to be 8 ounces. There's just too much airplane here. So I'm going to overshoot my goal of 64 and probably hit 66. But we're going to try to hold it down to a dull roar. The only other sub 70 Thunderbolts I've seen is Billy. And how the hell he got it at 56 ounces, I got no clue. He must have had helium wood. Super good stuff. And lost art, you bet. When we're gone, it's over. There will be nobody. You know, I'm hoping that my videos stay posted for 100 years or whatever. That somebody in 100 years can come back and say, hey, let's repair this thing that we got here. We don't know how to do it, but we can go to YouTube and see Sparky on Stunhanger and figure it out. It just takes too much work. That's why it's a lost art. It's just too much labor. You couldn't buy this airplane for what it's really worth. You know, skilled labor at $25 an hour, and you got minimum 400 hours in it. How much is that? 10 grand? Nobody gonna pay you 10 grand for an airplane. I get it when I sell them. You know, I've sold them for as much as $2,500. But I'm one of the oddities as far as selling airplanes. Right place, right time. And I really don't sell them. I got a pile of airplanes in St. Louis. I got a pile of airplanes here. You see how I've taken most of that off. You don't want to be carrying around this stuff. This stuff is heavy. But I needed it on there to get that low spot out of it. I saw one time on a windy video him take a trowel and trowel that shit on. Jesus Christ. Let's see what Frank says. There's a huge difference between a built plane, ARF, and ARF. You know it. They look cheap. This is not a toy. This is a precision aerobatic machine. And to think we take them out. Now here's one for you RC flyers. Everybody laughs at control line. Okay, I want you to fly your airplane, your RC airplane at full throttle and fly it no farther than 60 foot from you. Do a square loop and pull out at 5 foot off the ground every time. It won't last long. RC guys are 10 mistakes off the ground. We're a millisecond away from disaster. This is turning out really nice. I mean, when this next coat of paint goes on, this should be the end of it. Should be, yeah. You can't fly your airplane any farther than 70 feet away from yourself. And every maneuver has to pull out 5 foot off the ground every time. Yep, this turned out real nice. Is it straight enough, boys? Straight as an arrow. And remember, I didn't sand that with a rod. I sanded it in my hand by eye. I hate that rod sanding business. It makes them warp. There again, the reason why they're rod sanded is people are inherently lazy. It's easy. Okay, let's sand the other side, and then this part will be done. We go over to John's next week. It will be a beauty. We'll get that paint on there. I might shoot the white on first for the invasion stripes, the rondelles. Maybe I'll do that. And then backmask it, because I'm going to backmask with my plotter. Yeah, flood it again. If you keep the paper flooded, it cuts better, by the way. Yeah, I'm in Dayton. I haven't been home in a couple of months. I need to go back home here shortly. I've just been excited about propellers and getting this airplane ready to go, so I'd like to have it done before the end of the year. I'd like to fly it on January 1st. weather permitting. Dayton is supposedly, I haven't been to Wright Pat in a while. Danny told me there's a Razorback at Wright Pat right now, but I ain't going there until they drop their stupid mask mandate. I ain't playing their games. And I used to be a supporter. I got a card, a credit card type thing, as a patron of the Dayton Air Museum. But you know what? They can kiss my butt. They're not getting another thing out of me until they straighten out their stuff. This turned out good. Yes. Now I'm gonna try to show this on camera. It looks like I probably can. I'm looking at the camera now. If you look at this, let's see if I can get it candled right. See, if you look at that, that looks like plastic. It's flat. There's no big divots or whatever. That's what you want the whole airplane to look like. This is the absolute lightest finish. Shit, we still got to sand this side. This is the absolute lightest finish you can put on a model doing it this way. You're not going to get it any lighter unless you don't use any paint at all. Yeah, well, they got a mandate now. And they follow my channel, by the way. So, Air Force Museum, if you're listening, I'll recommend my people go to the museum when you get rid of the stupid mask mandate. Matter of fact, during the Nats, Air Force Museum was watching the live streams I was doing profusely. I think who it is over there is when I went through the World War I exhibition several years ago, I was looking at the Fokkers and the Sopwiths and some of the old stuff, and there was an old guy sitting there at the table, and I said, "Hey, are you putting any castor oil in the dope?" He said, "Castor oil in the dope?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, how much?" And I told him the formula. He had never heard about such a thing, so I gave him my business card, which were not a business, but I gave him the card to the website, and he joined. So the real aviation guys are watching this. To learn about dope. And I'm probably the only guy aside from the Air Force guys at the museum who have painted an F4U Corsair with dope, a real one. As corrosion control at Miramar, we restored a F4U, which was partially canvas, but not canvas, but rayon or whatever the hell it is. It's the same thing. Yeah, you can smell a fart. It ain't gonna stop. It's like shooting a marble through a chain link fence. But let's not talk about that. I don't want to get my channel dung. The communists don't allow you to talk anymore. Okay, this side didn't turn out as good as that side. Why? More sanding, I guess. Let's see here. Oh, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. Sand a circle, sand on, sand off. Pat Morita, Karate Kid. That turned out pretty good. Now we just got the rest of the airplane to do. You know, they're all whining about the school board and all that, and they're talking about the violence. Well, they ain't seen it yet. If they keep monkeying around, they're going to see it. You guys know what I'm talking about because you're all, my channel is all 65 to 80. They waited to pull this business until my dad's generation died because they would not put up with this garbage. Okay, more sanding. Fair winds, tie line. See ya, Frank. We'll follow your channel some more. Well, what do you think? Is it going to be all right? You look right here. Let's see if we can hit the dot. You see the shiny spots right there? In order for a perfect paint job, we got to sand all them shinies out. Get all them shinies out. That'll give you the lightest finish. And when you polish it, it'll be the mirror image, the mirror finish that you want. Now, when I did the Tucker, I didn't go to the extremes that I'm going to on this, and the Tucker turned out okay. It got 18 points this year at the Nats. Second row. But we can't. Hey, Minnesota Mike. That color. Well, this color is just tinted clear. It's not a color. It's clear. That's got a little gray paint in it, about maybe an ounce or so, and 2 ounces, we'll say, in a quart of clear. And then it's shot on just to get the wood building up to the gray, because the gray color will be a color that I'll mix next week. It'll be gray Then I'll take a half pint. Let's see, how do I do that? 1 quart of gray and a half pint of silver. And then mix it together. Shake it up, and it'll be metallic gray. So that'll be one light coat of metallic gray over the whole thing. You still can see through the wing. If you take it out to the sunlight, you can see right through the wing. Ridiculous, all this sanding. All this sanding. Sanding. What happened to my phone? There it is. Gotta make sure Suds and Duds ain't messaging me. Not yet. They probably aren't awake till 9 o'clock. They're not like me where I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, let's sand out this and see what happens. See if we get rid of this and this line right here. This is a hard line, the datum line. And I've been sanding on it and sanding it, trying to knock it back. And I think what I'm going to have to do, this is the datum line right here. And it's a high point because of CA, which I don't remember CAing this on. I think I white glued it on. At any rate, I got to get rid of that. So if I can't sand it off in another couple of sandings, when that lightning bolt comes back this way, I'll run it right on that line. I'll accentuate it. The black line will be right on top of that. And that's just the way it goes. Let's see, I need to peel off some 320. And it's in my other bag, so I need to get that bag and get that sandpaper out. How many of you guys are going to try to mold your own propellers? Or mold your own canopies? Or I'm going to do wheel pants too. Wheel pants, and we talked last night, you know, you can't buy a Medusa spinner anymore. But that doesn't mean I can't make it. So I'm going to cast up a plug, male and female plug, for Medusa spinners. The reason being is they weigh 7 grams. Well, the information's out there. I'm going to be putting together a video just on molding that will go out to my members. So if you're not a member, please consider becoming a member, like Rico did today. Okay, we got that far. Let's, what happened to my little sanding block with the 600? Oh, I got the sanding block in my hand, but I've changed out the paper. So that's not good. Gotta have the 600 here. I'll get a little water going on this. I don't want to blow through the gray. But I would like to get that fixed. Yeah, buddy. That's it right there. We got it. You listen, you can hear that paper catching the high edge. Man, still got a long ways to go. Shit. Use a 320. What the hell's going on there with that? That's odd. Unless I'm digging into the tissue, which I think is what's going on, so I'm going to have to get some primer on that. Better stop. Better stop. We'll get a little bit of DC 540 on that spot right there. Fortunately, I got a couple of cans left of the good stuff. I'm going to use it up on this. Yeah, we're getting it. It's getting there. Hour and 21 minutes. I think I'm going to make breakfast. You guys like to see how to make a bachelor omelet in 2 minutes? The 2-minute bachelor omelet. I think I'm going to do that. I'm hungry. You guys can sit through this for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, tops. While I do this omelet, I'll explain it to you. Real simple. I'm starving, so I got to get something. First thing you do is you take a paper bowl, like so. We'll leave that for later. 3 jumbo eggs in the bowl. The aviation omelet. Just like I was in the Navy. Again. That's 2. One is 3 eggs. Get out of there. I was lucky. I got a double yolker the other day. Now we got to have something in the omelet. Take a little cheese. Red onion. Okay. Get out the buck knife. I gotta eat, guys. I'm starting to starve. I've been up too long. Okay, now, gotta have some meat in it, so we're gonna take, well, that's the turkey, we don't want that. Take some Black Forest ham for sandwiches. Danny, you should love this this type video. Couple slices of this. Well, it smells good. You guys are going to be surprised how this turns out. Some American cheese, 1 piece. We're going to chop all this crap up. So we got onions, cheese, ham, and all this business here. This is cheating, what I'm getting ready to do here. Plastic fork. A little garlic salt. Very little, you don't want a whole lot in that. This is breakfast. Mash these eggs, whip them up into a frenzy. Add the stuff. Need a new plate to eat off of, but that'll work with the lid. Put the lid on it like that. In the microwave 3 minutes. You go, oh no, the microwave. Yeah, well, this is bachelor cooking at its finest. 3 minutes, there you go. So, I don't know how long that took, but in 3 minutes we'll have breakfast. And I'll be happy again. That deserves a thumbs up just for that little recipe. The top on top of that, the paper plate on top of the paper bowl is pretty important. Otherwise, you'll have egg everywhere. I could whip up some toast too, but I ain't gonna mess with it. We'll just whoop down a couple eggs. Yeah, eggs in the microwave. 2 minutes for 2 eggs, 3 minutes for 3 eggs. It's got a lot of extra stuff in it. I cook lobster tail in the microwave, and boy, it comes out perfect. Way better than red lobster. My lobster tail didn't come out like rubber. Heard a pop. About done. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. And we'll stop it at about 15, I guess. Okay, out. Yeah, I got a little bit of goober there. I better finish out the 10 seconds. I should have left it in 10 more seconds. 38, so we're going to go down to 28. One cheese omelet. with onions and ham. Of course, it got a little bit of run there, but that's okay. That's the cheese melting. Woo, hot. So now, not only am I the Bob Ross of sanding, but I'm the Galloping Gourmet. Sorry, but I gotta eat. I'm just starving. When I was in Arizona, motorcycle shop, used to cook steaks and stuff on my workbench. You take a torch and you heat the steel up till it was red hot and throw the steak on there. Mm-mm. Couldn't ask for better. Gonna have a little salt and pepper though. Salt. Pepper. Yep, it's the Hell's Kitchen channel. What the hell's that guy's name? Chef Ramsay. Okay, Mike. Good luck. I gotta eat, guys. I'm almost done, but that's how I cook when the fire alarm goes off. Can't run the stove, the fire alarm will go off. I'll learn how to cook in the microwave. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill the channel. You guys don't need to listen to me eat. I'm gonna kill the stream. I'll be back at 10 o'clock. All right, we'll see you then. Thanks for watching the cooking channel. What happened to the mouse? There we go. We'll be back to sand after 10. Maybe by then the laundry will get picked up. All right, see ya.